Hey, second grade. Today we're going to learn about another body system. Yesterday, in the last lesson, you learned about the digestive system, which is how our body removes solid waste or poop from our bodies. And today we're going to learn about the excretory system, which is another way that our body gets rid of waste or things that we don't want to keep inside of our body. So I'm going to share my screen with you while I read. I have another experiment for you to try at home with an adult at the very end of our lesson. So I'm going to start by sharing my screen, making sure you can see my pictures. Perfect. Humans are exposed to lots of toxins or poisons in our environment. Your body may take in toxins through the air that we breathe or the food that we eat. If these toxins hang around in our body too long, they could become toxic or poisonous to us. And if something's poisonous to us, it can make us really sick. Our amazing human body has ways of getting rid of these toxins before they even become harmful to us. In our last lesson, we learned how the digestive system works to process our food into usable nutrients that our body wants to keep and separates the nutrients from the toxic waste materials that our body wants to get rid of. Bowel movements contain your body's solid waste, but what happens to our body's liquid waste? Where does it go? Sometimes waste leaves our body through our skin. Other waste is processed through a system like the digestive system. Just like the digestive system processes solid waste or poop, there is another system that processes liquid waste, which is also called pee or urine. This system is called the excretory system. It's kind of hard to say. Excretory system. To excrete means to get rid of something that is not needed. Toxins and poisons are definitely not something that we need in our body. Let's begin by talking about the liquid waste that leaves our body through our skin. We call this sweat. So whenever you're running and you're outside in the summertime and your body starts to get wet on your skin, you're sweating. That's one way that our body gets rid of toxic waste, is through our sweat. Sweat is also called perspiration. You already know that your skin is your largest organ on your body because it covers your entire body surface. Everywhere has skin on our bodies. When you perspire, sweat glands right below the surface of your skin help get rid of waste through perspiration or sweating. When you sweat or perspire, water, salt, and other waste flows out of these microscopic sweat glands. They are excreted from all parts of your body. So we have sweat glands everywhere. A lot of times we sweat the most under our armpits will be really sweaty. Our foreheads will get really sweaty. Sometimes people's backs will get really sweaty. That's us excreting waste from our bodies as we get hot. Let's see, if you do not bathe for a while, you can begin to smell this waste as it builds up on the surface of your skin, which is why it's important that we take baths and take showers so that the waste, that sweat, doesn't sit on our body and make us stink. The body's main liquid waste is not sweat, it's actually called urine, which is sometimes called pee. Urine is actually cleaner than the spit in your mouth. Unlike the saliva in your mouth, urine or pee contains no bacteria. Like feces or poop, urine passes through several different organs as it makes its journey through your body. Today, we're going to take a look at the organs that are part of your excretory system. The kidneys are the main organs of the excretory system. They look kind of like little beans. We have 2 kidneys. Humans are born with 2 kidneys, but a really cool thing is that if something happens with one of your kidneys, you can live with just one. The doctors can take one out and you can live with just one. Another cool thing is that if somebody only was living with one and their body needed 2, you can donate your kidney. So they could do surgery and take out my kidney. If I had 2 kidneys that worked good, they could take out one of my kidneys and give my kidney to somebody who needed help so that their body could function correctly. So you only need 1 kidney to live, but you're born with 2 just in case. All right, so let's find out where our kidneys are in our body. You'll have to stand up for this one. So whenever you stand up and you hang your arms by your side, your kidneys are in your back, right where your elbows are gonna be. So about right in here is where your kidneys will be in your body. So let's find out how they work. Arteries or muscular tubes carry blood from other parts of your body into your kidneys. These two dark red bean-shaped organs are kind of like washing machines for your blood. It cleans your blood of waste and toxins or poisons. As your blood flows to the cells of your body, it passes through your kidneys where millions of tiny microscopic filter tubes capture the waste and extra water that our body doesn't need that we're going to get rid of. Think of a kitchen strainer. Have you ever cooked pasta and poured it into the strainer like he's doing in the picture? The liquid flows through the strainer and catches the pasta inside the bowl. Your kidneys act kind of like the kitchen strainer. So the water is the stuff that our body doesn't need. That's why it's letting it out of the strainer. The spaghetti is the stuff our body wants to keep, so it's holding it in the strainer. And our experiment at the end will show you an example of this. Your kidneys act kind of like the kitchen strainer in this situation. They filter or separate the liquid waste from the blood that our body wants to keep. The clean blood travels through your body's cells, while the liquid waste, called urine or pee, is collected in your kidneys. Urine drains out of both kidneys through tubes called ureters. So if you look in the picture, our kidney, here's one kidney and another kidney, and these tubes that lead down are called the ureters. So the urine travels through the ureters into your bladder down here. So here's my little paper bladder, and your bladder is what's connected to your kidneys. Your bladder on your body is right here, right below your belly button, right above your waist. That's where it holds your urine or your pee. And sometimes if you have to go to the bathroom really bad, you'll feel a little bit of pain in your bladder. That's because your bladder is so full of pee and it needs to go to the bathroom. So if you've ever had to do your little wiggle dance when you have to go to the bathroom, that's why. It's because your bladder is so full, it's ready to let the pee out, the waste out into the toilet that you don't need. As urine passes into the bladder through the ureters, the walls of the bladder stretch and the balloon begins to fill. So the bladder is kind of like a balloon. As you drink more liquids, it expands, it gets full, and then you have to go pee. When you go pee, it gets small again, and then you drink more, it gets full. You go pee, it gets small. This bladder is a voluntary muscle, which means that you're able to control when it opens and closes, but you have to listen to your brain when it tells you that it's time to go to the bathroom. So this is why when we're little, when we're babies, we have to wear diapers, because our brain hasn't learned how to control closing our bladder yet. See this little tube at the bottom is how it comes out of your body. So our body doesn't know how to control this when we're a baby, but as we get older and we start to learn how to wear normal underwear, our brain is starting to learn that whenever our bladder's full, we have to get to the toilet. So we have to help train our body to learn that. That's why whenever we're babies, we have to wear diapers, because we can't control that whenever we're so small. In addition to preparing liquid waste for removal of the body, the kidneys also regulate or control the amount of salt and nutrients in the blood. They help maintain a state of balance in the body by controlling the amount of water that your body loses and balancing the amount of water excreted with the amount of water kept in the body. So basically, the kidneys also, they clean the blood, and they also make sure that we have the right amount of water in our bodies, because we know that water is very important for our bodies. But if you have too much water in your body, you can feel bloated or swollen, like your belly's really full. But if there's too little water in your body, if you don't have enough, you could become dehydrated, which means that your body's drying out. Dehydration can cause really serious damage to your body, and that's why it's important to drink lots and lots of water, especially in the summertime when we're sweating and our body is letting so much water out of our body. We have to make sure we drink water to make sure we have the right amount of water inside of our body so we don't get dehydrated. All right, so let's name the parts of the excretory system. We have the kidneys, which help clean the blood and maintain how much water we need. And then we have the bladder, which is the sac that holds the urine before it leaves our body, okay? We've been talking a lot about getting rid of body's waste, but along the way, you've also learned that the body turns a lot of the food you eat into nourishment and provides your body with the energy it needs to grow and repair itself. Next time in our story, we'll find out just exactly what nutrients are and what you can do to make sure that you're getting enough of them. So in our next story, you'll learn how to be healthy and how to choose healthy foods with the right amount of nutrients that you need to keep your body healthy. Before I go, I'm going to show you an experiment that you can try at home if you have an adult to help you, because this could be messy, okay? I have here, and you don't have to use exactly what I have. You might have something that's a little bit different at home, like a water bottle or something like that. You can change some of these materials out and make them work just fine. What I have here is I have put some water in this jar, and I dyed it yellow because our urine is yellow normally. So what I did is I dyed it yellow so it would look kind of like pee. And what I did is all of these, this is just some sunflower seeds that I had in my kitchen. So these sunflower seeds, you could use rocks or you could use pebbles from outside, anything that you wanted to use that's something small. What these seeds represent is toxins or poisons. These are the bad waste that I don't want to stay in my body. This is a coffee filter. You could use a coffee filter or you could use a bunch of paper towels or something like that. This coffee filter is going to represent my kidneys, okay? What the kidneys are going to do, remember, is the kidneys are going to catch all of the toxins, all of the bad stuff, and it should end up leaving clear urine down at the bottom to go to the rest of my body. Now I put it in this big bowl just in case so I don't make a mess in my house. I'm going to point this down a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly pour some of my liquid from my kidneys, and I want to make sure that I get my clean urine into my jar. You can see the clear urine is dripping through down into the rest of my body down here, and I'm going to keep going a little bit. And you can see that as the urine is passing through my kidneys, the urine on bottom is now clear, which is what would come out. So this is the stuff that my body wants to keep. This is the healthy nutrients that does not have any of the toxins inside. The kidneys up here have trapped all of my toxins inside the kidneys, and that's what would be going out of my body as pee into the toilet. So you can see that my kidneys up here are catching all of the poisons inside, and they're letting all of the clean product go into my body. So like I said, this is something that you could try at home. If you had some materials that are close to these, they don't have to be exactly the same materials, but something close. And it will show you that the clean product is at the bottom. There's no more seeds in the bottom, which means that the kidneys have cleaned out all of the poisons from the urine. And you can see at the top, all of my poisons are stuck inside of my kidneys. So pretty cool if you want to try this experiment at home. I'll see you guys next time.